Howdy everybody, y'all know who it is, Trash Trucker y'all. We have got a video for you today. This is part 2 of the 5-part series about things that they won't tell you in truck driving, y'all. Today's topic is going to be about, is your spouse faithful? Can they handle trucking? Stay tuned. All right, everybody, we are back with video number 2 of the 5-part series about trucking and things they do not tell you. Okay, this one here is going to be something that affects a lot of drivers. It happened to me personally. Every segment in this 5-part series is actually coming from my personal experience, along with the experience of many other drivers out here. So you're not alone. If this happens to you, trust me, you're not alone in this. This has happened to many drivers. And this topic is something that goes all the way back to pre-Christ days. We're talking about, if you're on the road, will your husband, wife, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, will they cheat on you if you're on the road? That's something that if you're looking at going into trucking, you need to know ahead of time. If you are in a relationship, whether you're married or in a regular relationship and not married yet, you need to sit down and have a serious conversation with your spouse or your significant other. Find out, will they be able to handle you being gone? Because as a truck driver, you're gone for weeks on end. Can your significant other handle you being gone? I can tell you from personal experience, mine cannot. I started truck driving, I was married in 1989. And I started truck driving in 04. Started driving in 04. Well, April of 04. By July of 04, my now ex-wife told me, do not come home for 4th of July, because she did not want me coming home and effing up her party. She was having a party for July 4th and didn't want me come home effing up. That tells you right there, there's something going on. They just say, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then she finally admits, well, she's got feelings that she wants to explore with someone else. Well, lo and behold, while I'm home during later on in all this period, we're talking, I stayed for 18 months after this happened, because I do not biblically believe in divorce. Cheating is, adultery is grounds for divorce, y'all. But I stayed for 18 months. I did not want my kids growing up in a split home, but it happened. It happened. But during that time, I would come home and put on a pair of pants, and you guys know what you do. You know, you pull your pants up. Well, you know, you push your pockets down, you know, so they're not all bunched up in your thing. Well, when I'm pushing them down, I feel something inside them. I pull it out. It is a piece of paper. It is a clock in and out slip from my ex-wife's boyfriend. It is from his work. So that means this guy was wearing my clothes while I was gone. That's enough to really, because when you think about it, it was like this. Okay, here's a clock in and out slip. I fold it in half. I fold it in half. Think about the logic of this, y'all. I fold it in half twice. Okay, I go put on a pair of pants. I pull it out. This is exactly how that clock in and out slip was. That piece of paper I opened up. And it's clearly the dude's the guy's clocking an outlet from work. Think about this now. Think of where this is coming from. Most people won't get this. This is how I pulled it out of my pocket. Just like this. Crisp paper. That means my pants were never washed after this guy wore my clothes to his job. Otherwise, this paper would be matted up from going through the washer and dryer cycle. It was nice, crisp folds. That is enough to drive someone nuts. And of course, you know, people want to freaking text me the whole time I'm trying to, you know, make a video. So let's silence my phone. Notifications, bye-bye. So, you know, before you get going, getting warm here to turn APU on for some AC. So, you need to sit down and have a serious talk. Can your spouse handle it? Now, granted, I will say, I did not find this out until, we're talking 2012. My divorce was finalized in 06. I did not find out until 2012 that people saw her and him in a bar back in October the previous year. So this had been going on for months when I was working at a shipyard, working on night shifts. This had been going on for months, and I didn't realize it. Because us guys, what do? Us guys, we get with a family, we have a family, we have kids, we're the workhorse of the family. That's what guys are built to do. Guys are built to work, provide for the family. So that's what I was constantly doing, working. I had no idea what was going on. But cheating is a big thing in trucking, and there are truckers that do it too, that'll cheat with lot lizards on the road, which is disgusting. I don't know how someone can do that, but they do. They do. You got a girl who's gone through so many different drivers in that truck stop, and the guy will still take a turn on it, and which is disgusting in my book. But if you are with someone, before you decide to make that trucking move, sit down and have a serious conversation and ask them if they think they can handle the pressure of you being gone. Because not every marriage, not every relationship can stand that test. There's a lot of relationships that fail and fall apart while the driver's gone. Because, you know, the wives have the stress, like my wife now, Miss Cat. She's going through the stress. She can't get the water filter changed inside the refrigerator. She can't pull the refrigerator out to cut the water off in the back, so it's still got water pressure. She can't get that filter in, a new one. She's got the old one out, but she can't get the new one pushed in because there's so much pressure on it. She can't push in and change it. And there's things like that. Well, then we had one of the shingles, or not shingles, one of the shutters on the second story had come loose. Well, it was hanging at a 45-degree angle up on the top of the house, up on the second story. Well, she couldn't get up there and fix that. So there's things that the wives can't handle while we're gone, and they've got to deal with that stress. So they get stressed out. Sometimes, you know, they want someone to talk to. Well, then, you know, if they've got a guy friend, he's going to be there for you. Oh, I'm sorry this is happening here. Want me to come over and help? Then your wife's like, oh, I appreciate the help. You want me to bake you some cookies? You need some sugar? Yeah. So cheating is a big thing, y'all. It happened to me. There are some other things that I'm not even going to get into in here that went on with all that, which cheating can lead to multiple things. Kids, cheating can lead to kids. I've been watching the Revenge series on TV. Well, you know, Victoria Grayson's daughter Charlotte was not actually Conrad Grayson's daughter. She was the product of an affair that Victoria had. Conrad had no idea. So cheating can lead to things like that, that you think you've got a kid and it's not your kid. You know, there's things that play a toll on a mind between the wife and the husband who's out on the road. So make sure you have an honest conversation before you try to start truck driving with your spouse or who you're in a relationship. Will they be able to handle it, and will they stay faithful to you while you're gone? Because if not, it's hard for you to drive 80,000 pounds down the road and have to sit there and constantly worry about your wife's cheating on you. You're trying to call, they won't answer the phone. They ignore you. When you come home, they take off. Okay, well now it's your turn to babysit the kids. I literally had that happen. On the road, I come home, my ex-wife would leave the house and say, okay, it's your turn to babysit the kids. I thought they were our children. I didn't think we babysat our own children. But the wife, if you're gone, shouldn't the wife want to spend time with the husband when you come home? Not leave and go out to the bars and party and drink and get sloppy drunk and with some other guy? Shouldn't they want to spend time with you? Please have that serious conversation. I mean, you need to have a serious conversation with your spouse before you drive, because it can ruin a marriage. And is your marriage worth it? Now, on the flip side of that, if they cheat that quick, was it actually a marriage worth saving to begin with? Probably not. But do you want that stress? The stress of driving down the road, and especially me and my twin brother did night. We did teaming. Well, I did a lot of the night driving. Well, you know, there's less traffic, so now I'm up all night driving, and I've got those thoughts because wife won't answer the phone, tells me to F off. Where she's going is none of my business. I was told, quote, "You're not my daddy. Who the F do you think you are?" Your husband. When you take a marriage vow, you vow to leave your mother and your father, and you cleave to your spouse, and you become one. So actually, I'm above your daddy as your husband. But I was told, F off, you're not my daddy, you can't tell me what to do, you have no business knowing where I'm at. So now you're driving 80,000 pounds with these thoughts in your head. That's another thing that's going to come into play in video number 4, y'all. That's a preview of number 4. Anyway, y'all, hope you're staying for the whole videos. Like I say, y'all, this is a 5-part series about trucking. Things that a lot of people won't be honest and tell you. I'm throwing all of this out here. I'm throwing my life out here in this 5-part series because I want people to know what trucking really is like behind the scenes. Because a lot of people won't tell you. I'm going to tell the honest truth in this 5-part series about what happened to me. And I think you should know, so before you get into trucking, you'll have all the facts to weigh your decision, y'all. Anyway, y'all, stay tuned for the next video later on. Look for it. It's going to be part 3. I'm going to try to include links to the previous videos in the description on each of these, y'all. So if you miss one, you can go back and watch the others. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next video, y'all. Peace out.
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and